Hello, everyone. Adrian Gonzalez here, and this is Above the Fold, a new segment on Talking Logistics, where we, talk about a few headlines from the supply chain logistics world that caught our attention last week, and kind of raise a question for you to answer. And this week we want to talk about delivery, and there were three headlines last week that caught my attention. First was Deliv announcing that they signed up 20 new U.S. retailers, including Bed Bath and Beyond and Nike, as demand for same day delivery increases. Then you also had Starbucks that announced that they had partnered with Uber Eats to deliver their lattes and coffees and other goods to their customers. And then you had Instacart that announced that starting in February they're going to stop doing grocery deliveries for Whole Foods, which is not surprising considering that Amazon acquired Whole Foods, and Amazon has invested its own capabilities, delivery capabilities in that area. So the big question then is, how is this all going to shake out in the months and years ahead with regards to same day delivery? On the one hand, you've got all these startups like Deliv and Postmates and Uber Eats and several others that are kind of these third party services that retailers are partnering with to execute these deliveries. You've got the retailers themselves that are investing in their own same-day delivery capabilities. So they're kind of putting their bets in multiple models. I mean, on the one hand, they're partnering with some of these third parties. On the other hand, they're developing their own crowdsourced capabilities, leveraging their own employees to do deliveries, for example. Or, in the case of Target, they acquired Shipt, to having in-house capabilities. Of course, we know about Amazon and all the investments they've been making. And then you've got the traditional third-party logistics providers, the FedExes, the UPSs, XPOs, the large big players that are, one way or another getting involved with home delivery and same-day delivery. So they could be, they're going to be making their own investments in this area, whether organically or perhaps, acquiring, some of these, third parties. So question number one is, how is this all going to shake out? Well, I think you're going to see some, acquisitions in the months and years ahead. Some of these, startups, merge with one another or get acquired by big parties. So I think that's certainly something that is not, wouldn't be too surprising, let's say. But at the end of the day, my opinion is it'll ultimately boil down to profitability. We all know that delivery is not free, regardless of what we as consumers, might expect. And, the leaders or the winners in this market are those that are ultimately going to find the path to profitability. And, ideally, I think right now some folks are just trying to break even, but those that are going to be the most successful, whether they're retailers or third parties, are going to be those that view delivery as a profit center and able to enable that. So that's my thoughts on same day delivery and what's happening in the delivery market. Now it's your turn. Post a comment or a question and keep the conversation going. Let's see what you all think around this area, and let the conversation begin.